All right, the Freak 16. It was announced today online. You can check out the video on YouTube and other platforms that we're on. We've got 16 candidates in the Republican field. We have seated them. I have seated them, so it is definitive. And
yeah, thank God you didn't call me or Michael.
Yeah.
That's a relief.
Well, you were away, man. It's almost as if you were in a different city. I mean, do phones work in Atlanta?
No.
So, what we want you guys to do is participate along with us. I've got all my picks, but we just announced the seeding, and we want to do the first round with you guys before I announce what I think is my first round picks. And by the way, fill out your brackets. Now, you're going to participate in the polling to fill out these brackets, the TYT, official TYT brackets. But go through the whole process for yourself. So go to tytnetwork.com/thefreak16, okay? And you just tytnetwork.com, you'll see that. You just click on that seating on the left there, and that gives you a printable version of it, and 16, and you can fill it out.
16 is spelled out.
Yeah, so 16 spelled out, the word, right? So, okay, now on the app, we're having you guys vote on each of these to fill out the brackets. I have my own. All of you out there can have your own when you print that out and fill it in. But we're going to have an official TYT brackets. And so right now, I already have some preliminary results from the first day. And we're going to vote for a whole week. So voting is closed noon Eastern next Monday, okay, for the first round. And then we'll vote each round. So right now, Jeb Bush versus Bobby Jindal. That's 1 versus 16 seed. Unsurprisingly, 96-4. Jindal. No, I'm kidding, Jeb Bush. And there's, I like this, 1,327 votes for Bush, 51 votes for Bobby Jindal. Probably realistic. In the real world, he'll also get 51 votes. This is a big doozy. Carson versus Trump. Trump winning 68-32% on the TYT app.
Should you explain your dumb seeds first?
I explained that in the longer video.
Okay.
Okay, as to why I picked them. Obviously, Ben disagrees. I'm sure some of you will disagree. Feel free to disagree at home. Trump too high or too low?
Much too high.
Much too high.
So is Ben Carson.
Okay. Marco Rubio versus Rick Santorum. Rubio winning 73-27. Cruz versus Fiorina. Cruz winning 89-11. But again, this is just, they all have at least 1,000 votes in all these voting so far, but it's just the first day. It's going to be a whole week of voting.
Admittedly, it's hard to come up with like a 5 seed. Like, because like, I don't know, that means a 5 seed theoretically should have some chance. But there's no way that you can come up with 5 people who have a chance.
And in fact, in the longer video where I explained my seeding, I explained that the bottom half of the bracket has 0% chance, basically. So we're just having fun.
Right. Well, you have the 10 seed too low because he does have a chance.
So Rand Paul winning 98-2 over Pataki, perhaps the largest margin of victory. Not perhaps, so far the largest margin of victory.
But so by the way, Jindal would have had a play-in game against Jim Gilmore now.
That's right.
Yeah.
But Gilmore a little too late to join the Freak 16. I can assure you it'll be irrelevant. Huckabee 73-27 over Kasich.
Yeah, that's the guy Kasich who's that's the wrong call, and Kasich has a. I got to see him, but that's an interesting guy.
Well, as you'll see in the longer video, I think Kasich's also interesting, but he seems to be interesting in a lone bubble where he alone exists. Because so far he has made no noise, right? That can change, we'll see. Okay, Scott Walker beating Lindsey Graham with a stick at 84-16 so far, and Chris Christie beating Rick Perry in what could be an interesting first-round matchup, 68-32. So it looks like all the favorites are on top for the moment being, but we do have a whole week of voting.
Except Trump. You have that's the slight 8-9 game.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Trump outpolling Carson right now. Okay, so the way you get the TYT app is you go to the App Store, you type in TYT, easiest thing you've ever done. Go vote like crazy. We'll have the results at the end of the week or at the beginning of next week. And also go to our website and fill out your own brackets.